Hi, this is Jackie with Solutio. In this video, I'm going to go over how to create and use anchors in your website. This particular website's a few years old, but I think the, the instructions will still apply. I'm going to go in the back end, I'm going to go to Article Manager, and then I clicked on Search Tools and I found the category called Adult because the page we're looking at here under Faith Formation is Adults. The first article here lists a couple of groups, and then you'll see that each of these is respectively farther down the page. I did think of another example where this is being used on another website. It's under Belong and Get Involved. This particular site has their information broken out to areas, and then you click on funeral lunches. It's taking me down the page to information about funeral lunches. And then I can click back to the top and click to something else. So that's the functionality of an anchor that we're going to create inside of this adult opportunities under Faith Formation page. So inside of my articles, first I have to create that anchor. Something I've noticed about anchors is if I put it underneath the title of something, then I lose seeing that title when I go down to that spot on the page. First thing I did, I cleared the formatting in here, and then I'm going to give every one of these articles a faux title, a fake title. And I know that happens to be heading 2. And then I'm going to, there should be an icon. Well, you may not have this icon. It's usually, we only added it if it's requested and we know somebody's going to use it. An icon on the toolbar for anchor. I'm going to put that in. And the ID in this particular, this is going to be whatever. You just need to make note of whatever you make these. Scripture study is what I'm going to call this one. Okay, it didn't take, and I've ran into this before, and what I found out is that if I put it on a line by itself, it doesn't take, but if I put the anchor in the same line as something else, and then hit enter, then I can put it above. So that's how I first create the anchor. So let's do that again in another article. Whoops, let me go back into that because now I'm going to see the title twice. So under options for this article, and it looks like it stripped out my anchor. Sure enough, it's not there. Let me try one more time. Anchor, scripture, study, choose OK. The other thing I wanted to choose here under options was I wanted to hide the title so I see just the fake one. And I'm going to choose save. It's still there. Save and close. Let me open it back up. It's still there. So maybe I have to leave it on the same line for it to save. And then I'm going to do the same thing, of course. Well, I called that one scripture study, so I probably should have called it something else, not realizing what else I had in here. Formats, heading 2, under options, I'm going to hide the title. Back into content, put my mouse cursor before the first line, add anchor. Save and close. So now I can go back to the Thursday one. And update that. I was able to click on it. It brought up I clicked on the anchor inside of the article body, clicked on the anchor icon on the toolbar, and then it let me edit or change it to something else. I'll do one more and then we'll hyperlink, and then I'm going to leave it to a person who's in charge of this page to go ahead and put that into practice for the rest of them. Formats, make that heading 2 because that's, oops, that doesn't seem to be taking. So what I did was I highlighted everything and I chose clear formatting. ID, Men's Bible Study. One more thing I could do here, I can hyperlink the phone number. Sorry, just an extra tip. Okay, save and close. So now hopefully I can remember in my head if I didn't write them down what those are going to be. So I'm going to go back into adult opportunities. I could leave these like this. If you prefer, it should be possible to also make this a bulleted list. And I realize it's neat that there's so many opportunities happening here. So when that's the way you want it to be, I'm going to highlight and I'm going to choose Hyper Insert Edit Link. The link is going to start with the pound sign or the number symbol, and then I'm going to type in whatever that anchor was that I created. And its target's going to remain none. And do the same. And you're probably following along and remembering what I'm not remembering. So if I'm wrong, I probably have something that I might be missing. But we're going to go ahead and save and close this. Go back to the adult page and refresh. And those are red now, so I can tell they're hyperlinked. And if I click on it, I could add back to the top. I did lose since I hid the title on some of those, I lost that version. I could go back and try and see what it looks like if I took that away. Men's Bible Study. But see, I don't see that black title. So that's not happening, or that's why I hid the title otherwise for in these other articles. So I guess I need to go back and do that for the Men's Bible Study. If your setting for your hide the title isn't carrying through, there's probably a menu item setting. So this is going to be under the main menu. Search for the adult faith formation menu item. And there's a heading under options that says show titles based on the article settings. So make sure that's what it's set to. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you have questions. Actually, I should go ahead and show you if you had this kind of a setup and maybe the menu items actually pointed to those different articles, how that would happen is your new menu item would need the beginning of the domain name, would need this information. This is what the whole menu item would need. Your menu item type is going to be an external URL, and then the link is going to be whatever that page is. So it's really not external. So this would be what Men's Bible Study. I'm not going to say this, but this is how you would create a menu item that points to that article. It needs the page URL plus your anchor. Leave your target as parents, and then that will create the menu item that lands you on your anchor inside of a given page. I hope that helps. Let me know if you have questions. Thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.